Hello, this is Fred, your friendly neighborhood realtor here in Orlando, Florida. Going to talk to you about all things real estate, and today we're going to cover what to do with your home after the hurricane. Now, the significance of that right now is the fact that here in Orlando, just last night, we had Hurricane Milton that passed just south of us. So, luckily, we're safe and our family and the home is all good. But there are people that have homes that have been damaged, and some of it's quite severely because this is a pretty big storm. And then, of course, we had Hurricane Helena last week. So, just some things to kind of keep in mind that you want to know in order to protect your investment in real estate and also keep yourself safe. So, let's get into that and talk about it right now. First of all, stay out of floodwaters. Now, there's been a lot of flooding, both with Hurricane Milton and then Helena, because that got covered up in Asheville, North Carolina area, got hit pretty hard. I've got family that's up there that they're displaced right now. But if you've got floodwaters, stay away from them. Now, if it's a couple inches, okay, that's one thing. You still want to be careful within there because there are some dangers within that you got to watch out for. Always follow any warnings reference flooded roads, and do not flood or drive in flooded areas. Cars and other vehicles, they're not going to protect you from flood waters. If you actually go into a ditch that's deeper than you thought, you could be in danger there. You want to protect yourself there. If you need to be in or near flood waters, they actually encourage you to wear a life jacket. Now, once again, if it's a couple inches, I think I'd be one thing. But if it's you really can't tell exactly how deep it is, and you got people walking around in canoes, and you never know when that drop off is going to occur. So just take that life jacket, keep yourself safe. And then if you are around some flood waters, make sure when you're done that you wash your hands with soap and water. Just keep yourself, once again, safe, and then hygiene right there. Now, your home, big investment, which, look, all things real estate we want to talk about. Make sure you take these steps in order to protect your home and your investment that you have there. Avoid standing water. We have down power lines, you have gas leaks and everything else, so you got to be careful. You don't want to be in that standing water. Other thing of it is if you have flood water, standing water, you never know if you've got snakes and other critters that are swimming around in that water, so you want to be careful there. If you have gas, your propane, anything of that nature, make sure that you turn it off. Also, be aware of carbon monoxide poisoning that may occur as a result of the flooding, anything of that nature. So be careful there because you don't want to have that added to the stress of damage to your home. And if you're in an area that's been heavily affected, then by all means, drink bottled water. Don't take chance that the tap is safe. Get the bottled water. Keep yourself healthy that way. And avoid hazardous debris. So I definitely encourage you to make sure that you have good footwear on and everything else. The Florida sandals may not work too well, and if you step on something you can't see because you're got a little bit of water, that's not going to do you any good there either. So don't return to your home until it's safe, and do what you have to do to keep everyone in your family safe. Now, when it comes down to your home, the nitty-gritty here, check for damage. You want to inspect your home for damage and remove any debris that could be considered dangerous, and be careful with down power lines and also gas leaks, as we've already talked about. Take your photos. You want to have that documented evidence of what is going on with your home. So take those photos so that you can then show the insurance company, and then that's going to be the next step. Contact your insurance provider so that you can get that home rebuilt like it needs to be, so you're in it and you're good with your investment there. And then if you see any damage on your roof or in the ceilings inside your home, make sure you get your roof inspected. And if any damage with inside your home, make sure, keep in mind that you don't necessarily know exactly where that leak's going to be. And then any temporary repairs, make sure you make those. If you can put a tarp on the roof, okay, fine, but make sure you cover a good area because, like I said, once again, you don't know where that leak is going to be. Remove any water damaged items, and I do encourage you to do this carefully because it is going to be heavier than it was when it was dry. Now, those can include anything that cannot be cleaned and disinfected, mattresses, carpeting, stuffed animals. And also, you're going to need to throw away any food, drinks, or medicine that has been exposed to flood waters. Okay. Remove any drywall insulation. If floodwaters have come in contact with drywall insulation, remove it. If you have a water leak inside your ceiling and you've got water damage there, keep in mind this. Depending on how much water you have in your home, you've got mold. And I've seen personally, I know of a building that had a water pipe break, basically flooded the first and second floors. And they, within a couple of days, you would walk near that doorway into that building, you would smell the mold that's already built up in there. You don't want that in your home. So everything's gonna have to be cleaned, disinfected, dried out, everything. So once again, be careful removing those items because they're heavier. If you wind up taking up carpet, keep in mind, carpet's already heavy. It's gonna be even heavier when it's waterlogged. So be careful there. Make temporary repairs. We talked about it before. If you can put a blue tarp on your roof, remember back in years ago, 2004, we had Gene, Charlie, and Francis, and Florida had nothing but blue tarps on their roofs. So we may see that a lot of that again. We had a major storm come through. So, and avoid permanent repairs until after the adjusters come in and made their assessments. And basically, if you come in down to it, okay, what do you need to do to clean up? Clean any hard surfaces such as flooring, concrete, molding, wood, metal fixtures, countertops, appliances, sinks, anything plumbing fixtures. Make sure you clean it with hot water and laundry or dish detergent. And then the main thing here is we talked about the mold. So you need to get it dried out very carefully. And you want to get it thoroughly dried out so that the mold doesn't come back in there. So air conditioning units, fans, and dehumidifiers all help in that process right in there. So if you get any questions or comments reference this video or this subject, make sure you put them in the comments section below. While you're down there, make sure you click like for the video, subscribe so that as we produce more videos, everything real estate, then you will also be notified first about those coming up. All right, everybody stay safe. Hopefully everybody made it through the storm safely and they get their homes protected so that that investment is good for you. All right, anything else that you need from me, just make sure you contact me with the information that is also down in the description. Have a good day.